Skateboarding teaches you how to fall properly. If you try to kickflip down some stairs, it might take you 30 tries. And you just learn how to take a tumble out of it without getting hurt. This is a quote from Bam Margera. Yo, and this is how to kickflip while riding on a skateboard. Yo, make sure you guys remember to wear a helmet and safety pads when you're learning how to kickflip. Also, before learning how to kickflip while moving, you gotta make sure you have your ollies down solid where you can ollie over a skateboard and pop, level it out and float right over top of that baby. Also, learning frontside 180s is also suggested. And when you learn frontside 180s, you always can learn how to do the backside 180s. Definitely suggested. Before trying to kickflip while moving, you can try it in the grass. That helps you get used to how to flick the board and safely land the grass. And then you could even get yourself a pair of practice trucks like soft trucks and practice on a flat surface with trainer trucks. Bam! And then you want to practice doing your kick flips on a flat surface stationary, just like this. And then after you get them down stationary, then you can try to do them while you move. All right, here's my foot positioning for the kick flip while moving. I got my back foot up on the middle of the tail, and then I got my front foot slightly angled right below the front two top bolts. And this is not universal for every skater. Another monumental tip is the ability to be able to move your feet by picking your heels up in the right spot to get your kickflip position to do your pop, flick, and land. Another awesome note is to always use your arms for extra bounce, and also bend your knees because they're like shock absorbers.
And try to keep your shoulders straight with the skateboard.
To initiate, and then the pop and the bend your knees when you land, that will also help a lot. Yeah, the first part about doing a kickflip is just like the first part when you do an ollie. You have to snap the tail off the ground by pushing on just the ball of your foot and your ankle, and you're just gonna snap that tail to initiate that pop of the kickflip, which is really important. Just remember to push down with the ball of your foot and your toes to get that snap. So you get your back foot right up here in the middle of the tail, ball of that foot on the center of the tail. Front foot, which is my left foot because I'm regular, up here under the front top bolt, slightly angled. And what I'm gonna do to initiate the kickflip is push down with the ball of my foot and my toes and slap that tail on the ground, and this foot's gonna slide, it's gonna tilt and slide and up the nose, and it's gonna, when it gets the pressure of the nose, it's gonna flick out. And then the back foot is just gonna lift up, and the board, as the board's flipping from the flick, and because you lifted your back foot, it's gonna catch the board, and the other foot is gonna come back on it, and you're gonna land, bend your knees, and ride away clean. To emphasize lifting up your back foot to get it out of the way after you flick off the nose. And this is the general area right here of where you should be flicking off the top of the nose. Another trick to getting your kick flips leveled out more is you want to do your flick at the apex of your jump when you're popping up and jumping with your skateboard. And then that's when you want to do your flick, is when you're at the top of your jump, you flick out. And that's going to help your kick flips become a lot more level and cooler looking and consistent. So yeah, do that. So you want to just kind of put the tail down, anchor down like this, back foot on the center of the tail, and you just bring this foot up right where you put your foot to do that kick flip, and then you just kind of tilt your ankle and you slide it up, and then once you get towards the nose, you just flick it out. So you just kind of tilt it up, slide it up, and flick it out. This will help you develop that flick. But you remember, when you do your kick flip, you want to initiate the pop down and then slide up and then do your flick out. That will make the board flip, and you keep your weight over top of the board and land on it, bolts. Yo, make sure you guys smash like if you're getting value out of this video, and make sure you also comment about your kickflips. Let me know if you learn how to kickflip. Also, subscribe for more videos. And this is actually the third video of a 3-part series. And if you want to see the first 2 videos on how to kickflip for beginners, just click in the description below and there'll be 2 other videos on how to kickflip. Also, stay tuned till the end of this episode because there's going to be an extra trick tip on how to kickflip, bonus tip, so stay tuned for that, guys. Once you get that, learn how to get that pop like an ollie, and then you start getting that flick, you want to start trying to do it while you're moving. So you just want to start with a nice little baby push, get a little bit of speed, get your feet in the right position, and try to get that flip, and just try to bail off the board. You don't have to land on the board. All you got to do is go a little bit and try to flip the board and like under your feet. And then you'll get better and better at it and more confidence. And then you'll eventually try to land on the board. But check out the next step. This part is being able to slap down the tail and pop the board, and you want to try to get your front foot back onto it. So you want to just kind of like lean back a little bit and the board will flip, and you just kind of like try to get your front foot back on. Just like that. And this helps you learn how to flip the board and flick your foot and your ankle and your leg out in front of the board and bring it back onto the board. Now it's time to commit. You got your pop down, you got your flick, and you got the rotation, the spin as you're moving. Now it's time to put it all together. So basically you want to start going, and even if you don't think you're gonna get the whole full flip, just tell yourself you're gonna actually try to land on the board. Or just, even if you go PRIMO or do half a flip, you gotta commit and try to keep your weight. Even if you land like that, you're still committed and you're trying to land on the board. So that's a huge thing. It's the commitment part and just getting over that, because then you're like, holy cow, now I just gotta go a little faster and get a little bit more bounce, get that pop, and stay centered over that board, and then stomp it. Catch it with your back foot and just land it right away clean. So where should your weight be when you're doing a kickflip? I believe when you first start to initiate your kickflip and get your feet set up, I feel like you should be centered on the skateboard. Your weight should be somewhere around right here behind your front foot. But as you do your pop down, I feel like it's okay to lean a little bit back if it makes you feel more comfortable, to get that pop down and flick up. Oh, that's how you catch PRIMO. And when this happens, it stinks and it hurts. But you gotta get back up and you gotta walk it off and you gotta try to do another moving kickflip like this. Land it. Oh, didn't land that one. I'm gonna get this next one. And you gotta land it. Yeah! And it feels that much better after you fall. As long as you're not hurt, you gotta get up and try to do it again and again. It's like a battle between the concrete, the asphalt, any hard surface. And you gotta win the battle. You just gotta keep fighting and fighting on trying to learn your kickflips and getting back up, guys. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the extra tip. And that is when you're doing your kickflip and you flip the board, and when it's coming around, the first part of the board that you can catch is the back part of the board with your back foot. So you just want to catch that. And one way to get good at catching your board higher up is to do high knee jumps. Just like that. That'll help you learn how to get that pop, flick, and then catch the board in the air. And make sure you guys click up here for that next video, and it's going to be a live lesson on how to do kickflip while moving for beginners.